Camping stoves. Some people think it's a complete waste of time because they don't need them. And other people have an unhealthy obsession with them. For me, there's nothing like stopping somewhere, getting your camping stove out and brewing up, or making a little bit to eat. Yeah, just thinking about it once we go back on my motorbike. But there are lots of different versions of it, and I have a bit of a selection here. I do the whole camping stove things for over 40 years, and I still have my original old petrol camping stove, but I don't use it anymore because it's getting a bit long in the teeth. But overall, I think a good stove is a really good investment. Here I have a variety of stuff, from my solid fuel wood burner to my petrol stove, solid fuel, alcohol, and the various camping gas cookers. I just want to give you an overview of all the cookers I'm using and when I'm using them, and what the pitfalls are on some of them, because none of them is perfect. One thing I never go without are my fire gloves. They're absolutely ideal of handling cookers, hot pots and pans, putting your stuff away, chopping wood, or just working around on the motorbike if you have to. Get yourself a pair of thin leather gloves, they will do the trick. I got mine from the local DIY store. It's nothing special, £5 or €5, you get a set of them, they last you forever. The first one is one of these really old style butane cookers. And what you do is you screw the cartridge on the bottom. That's wrong. The first one is this one. This is like an older model. You know, it's very bulky on a motorbike especially. And the biggest drawback is that the cartridges, what you put on the inside, I'll show you, they don't self-seal like the more modern ones. So if you put it in there, it has to stay in there and you can't take it out. I think that's more something for the car and on a family day out, because I don't want to leave that cartridge connected all the time. It works. This one here, on the other hand, I've got my lighter in there and some spare seals. It comes in a little box like that. That's ideal on a motorbike. And you screw it on top. And you're good to go. Of course, when you look at it, this is a much more stable platform for your pot. Another one. Hold on, please. Than this one. But you know, if you're not careful and you drop your pot, well, you learn from it. So after a while you get the hang of it. I think it's big enough, especially you can put a cup on it if you just wanna boil a cup of water. I think when it comes to gas cartridges, they are the best solution. You know, they are small. Put them away, they're safe. The only drawback is with all of them gas cartridges, because in the end of the day you always need two. One you're using and the other one for spare. When you look at it, it takes quite a lot of room, you know, in your bags, so I'm not sure about it. A lot of people swear of it, and by a mile that is the cleanest option you have. There's nothing cleaner with gas. You can use it in any hotel room. You shouldn't, but you can. Compared to the next option, what is a alcohol stove, you know, the old classic. They really work very well. The only problem is you have to carry a bottle of alcohol with you, and I mean for burning, not booze. And I'm not sure about it. You know, it's very difficult controlling the flame, and quite frankly, it's also like a little bit of a time thing. If you have time and you get one of them, and then you get the whole set around it with the pot and the pans on it, it's quite bulky, but it works well, you know, and it got a bit of a nostalgic touch to it, so I quite like them. Another nostalgic option is the solid fuel stove. I mean, they're small enough, you know, and for a little one-day trip, why not? You know, you set these capsules alight and they just burn away. And if you need a little bit more, you just keep feeding the fuel and heat up your food. And be fair, pretty solid thing. You know, problem again, you have to carry quite a lot of that solid fuel with you, so it doesn't get you any far. If you're serious about it, it's like with all of them, eventually you will run out of that. Of the stoves I want to show you is the favorite of mine, the petrol stove. Now the gloves come handy because you don't make yourself dirty, because they are a dirty business. They really are. I mean, as you can see, they are blackened from the petrol. They smell. You always have a slight petrol smell in your bag. What you find out is when you take it apart after using it and you forget to empty that pipe out, you know, it's full of petrol, so everything stinks. You know, the whole concept of when you fire it up, it's a lot of flames until it starts to produce gas. But the most important thing is it's super hot, they're atrociously loud, they cause a real racket, but when it comes to fuel, you get it everywhere. It's just perfect. And you always have some spare fuel for your motorbike. So for me, this is the best solution when I'm on the road. Unlimited fuel supply, doesn't take up a lot of space, because in the end of the day, this is all what it takes. This is my spare fuel, so it doesn't count. The only drawback, smelly, noisy and dirty. There's nothing better than a petrol stove. If you want a reliable camping solution, get yourself a petrol stove. You will not regret it. And my favorite of all of them is obviously this one. Hold on a second, put that down. This is a solid fuel stove who runs on wood and wood shavings and twigs and everything. And you know, this thing is absolutely perfect and very small. You know, to carry with you. It is no big deal if I can get it apart. So, oops, like that and that. Come on. But the problem is, last year, for example, I didn't use it at all because open fire was forbidden with all the drought everywhere. So you have to be extremely careful using something like that. And when it comes to stealth camping, it's maybe not a good idea to have an open fire, not even a tiny little one, because you will have a lot of smoke. So that's it. That's the rundown of all my stoves. In the end of the day, it's up to you what you use, but I recommend a petrol stove anytime. And another thing I want to mention is the jet boil, what does not float the boat for me at all. It's like a funny little thing. You have this container, then you have to put the plastic feet on it, then you have the heating element, what is really efficient, and then you put this narrow little insulated pot on top of it. It's good when you go out walking and you make yourself a cuppa. But you know, if I'm going camping, I want a decent pot and I cook myself a stew or something on the quick, and I don't want to rely on any plastic parts who may snap off. That's my take on the jet ball. I tried it, it's not for me. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you around. Any questions about all that stuff here, just send me a line. Leave something in the comment section below. And remember, stay safe and ride safe. Bye.